Hi friends, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're talking about 5 tips for all you beginner backpackers out there. Whether you've never been on an overnighter before, or maybe you have a couple nights under your belt, following these tips should help you get more comfortable out in the woods and lighten your pack a little bit. Let's get started. Alright friends, so my first tip is do your research. It's important that you do the work ahead of time regarding researching gear, the area you're backpacking in, and what sorts of skills you're going to need so that you can be adequately prepared for your first hike. A few things that you're going to want to be familiar with are the 10 essentials, the area that you're going to be backpacking in and what sort of resources that gives you, and the gear that you're going to need for that whole trip. The 10 essentials will get you pretty far into your packing, as it covers pretty much all the bases for what you'll need out in the woods. That probably won't be super comfortable, and it probably won't be optimized for hiking and backpacking. So you want to cover these needs across your equipment in your bag, as well as a few things that you might need, like cooking and, that go beyond survival. Having a basic understanding of these principles will help you adequately pack and prepare for the things you'll experience on your trip. The other thing you really want to know is what sort of resources are available in the area you're going to visit. Is there going to be plenty of water? Is there going to be hardly any water and you need to pack more? Is it going to be really sunny, so I need a hat? Or is it going to be really shady, so it might be cool at night, so I might need a jacket? These are all considerations that are really important, and it comes down to the location that you're going to be hiking and the time of year you're hiking there. So it's important to do that research so you can adequately gear your gear towards that sort of an adventure. It's also really important to do some deep dives into gear. Buy high quality stuff that will carry you further, so you don't just buy the cheap Walmart brand stuff that's going to break your first trip or weigh a bunch. For a starter backpacker, you want to start with a good balance between durability and lightweight. Somewhere right in the middle where you're not going to break the budget, but you're going to get an understanding of what this sport's all about without killing yourself by carrying pounds and pounds and pounds of stuff. Another good way you can research your equipment is by using a service like Lighter Pack. I have a link down below if you want to check out my gear list. This helps you itemize all of your equipment in your bag by category. And by entering the weight of each piece of gear you're carrying, you can get a fuller picture of what you're carrying and maybe why your pack is so dang heavy. And that'll help you slice out some luxury items you're carrying, or maybe you're carrying way too much extra clothes or something. So by using that sort of service, that can really help you do that. So above all else, do your research. All right, tip number 2 is pack what you need. Items like playing cards, that big buck knife that's going to keep you safe from bears, or that nice camp chair that's more comfy than a rock, all sound like great items to put in your bag while you're sitting in your living room getting all your stuff packed. Yes, these items will make you a lot more comfortable, but these items will also maximize the weight in your bag. It's really important to be judicious about the items you put in your backpack, because every ounce does count. And these luxury items can easily stack up if you're not paying attention to what you're actually putting in your bag. So be very thoughtful about what luxury items you put in your bag, and choose the ones that you'll really enjoy and will really bring that extra comfort to you, because you can't bring them all. Your pack would be way too heavy. It's also important to pack how much water you need. It's very easy to either pack not enough water or so much water your pack is totally weighed down by it. A liter of water weighs 2 pounds. So it's really important to dial in this water number and know what you need specifically to make your hike safely and stay hydrated adequately. This could be very challenging for a new backpacker, and you may have some hikes where you're carrying way too much weight, and you may have some hikes where you get pretty thirsty. But dialing in this number is really important, as it'll help you, along the lines of this tip, pack exactly what you need. Not more, not less. Pack what you need. That's kind of the art form of backpacking. And through these experiences and through more and more experiences in the backcountry, you'll get more and more comfortable with your own capabilities and the capabilities of your gear, and you'll understand what you need. And you'll slowly develop your own art form of backpacking, as every backpacker does. We all kind of do it in our own way, and that's why the saying hike your own hike is very, very prevalent in the hiking community. Everyone has their own style, but you need experiences to build that style. Tip number 3 is know yourself and your gear. If you've never been on a hike before and you really want to get into backpacking, don't go on your very first hike with a fully loaded 40-pound pack. Go on a couple of day hikes so you can judge what your own capabilities are. You'll know how much water you need then. You might find a really cool backpacking spot to go and camp at. Knowing what your body is capable of and knowing what you can do will help you adequately judge what sort of difficulty of a hike you should plan for and how much stuff you can carry on your back reasonably. It's also so important to know your gear. You should set up all of your equipment before your first hike so you can, first of all, get rid of all the packaging garbage that will weigh down your pack on your first hike, but also to get familiar with your gear. The last thing you want is to be setting up your tent for the first time in complete darkness, or in a rainstorm, or even both. That's the worst case scenario. It's a lot easier to set up all the gear in your living room, understand how the poles fit together, how your air mattress inflates, all these things, before you're in an even stranger situation, maybe even a dangerous situation. So it's really important. Also, experiment on day hikes with your backpack. Pack your weight in different ways and see how it rides most comfortably on your body. It's really important to have a good synergy between your equipment and your person to work together on trail to take you where you want to go. So really, really know yourself and know your gear before you go out on a backpacking trip. It's so important. All right, so tip number 4, set the bar low. Chances are your first backpacking trip is going to be uncomfortable. It's just how it is, but don't let that dissuade you. Backpacking can be a very challenging and uncomfortable sport, especially if you forget important equipment, your backpack is way, way, way too heavy, or something doesn't go according to plan. It takes time to build a deep understanding of this sport, and it can be very easy to make mistakes when you're just getting started. Don't let that dissuade you. These are lessons that'll make you stronger as you continue backpacking. I promise it gets easier with time. Even still, I'm experimenting with different equipment in my bag, and sometimes that just doesn't work out like I hope, and it ends up being a mistake, and I learned from that. Through this iteration, through learning, you will make your bag lighter, and you'll be able to go further on trail. And this leads us to tip number 5, the last tip for y'all. Learn from your mistakes. It's completely normal to make mistakes and get yourself into really interesting situations in the backcountry. Obviously, you want to do the most you can to avoid very dangerous situations. Definitely pack for that and plan for that. But if you have a little bit uncomfortable of a night, or you have a little bit thirsty of a hike, that reminds you to pack a little bit warmer next time, or bring more water, or bring a backup water filter. All these mistakes, they turn into good, funny stories after you pass them and you overcome them. And overcoming these challenges helps you build confidence in yourself and what you're actually capable of. So learn from those mistakes. They're gonna happen. Don't be afraid of them. Embrace them and get comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is how we grow and change and become stronger. Now, I guess all that there is to say is thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button down below so you can tell the YouTube algorithm that you appreciate the value in my work, and it'll get some more people watching this channel, which would help us grow our community, and it would help me out a lot. If you think I earned it, hit that subscribe button down below so you can be here for future videos. And if you're already subscribed, thanks, you rock. Again, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Stay groovy.